Hello, hello. Sorry about the crash. Thank you so much, Vickles. I really appreciate the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Your teapot is all lumpy. I love it. Yeah, I know, right? It's got some funky stuff going on. Alright. Well, hopefully I can get through the rest of this without anything too bad going down. Yeah, I'm going to be upgrading the computer very, very soon. That's the second time that's happened, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm just getting this area carved out here. This will be where the water flows through the spout. Oh, camera. That always resets when I start this. Has a problem focusing. It needs some help focusing. I can help with that. Don't worry, camera, I got you. So I'm just getting these two pieces rehydrated, ready to join together. Really affix these two pieces together really well here, and then I'll sculpt up the spout to kind of match the form around it. need my little sponge pillow. There we go. Alright, Mountain Mama, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. Check out the VOD and see how this piece finishes up. Always appreciate you coming and hanging out in the stream. Just trying to get these two pieces really worked together. I don't want to have them have any weak spots on the inside or the outside where they're joining. So I'm just trying to get in there and smooth out that joint. I do have some teapots that are glazed Gumby. They are at a gallery currently, and I think I have one in my shop, not readily available for me to get to at the moment. I have an outdoor space where I have all my kilns, and I have a little area where I store my finished work, and I think I have one out there. There may be one on the website. There's like a black and red one, kind of a traditional. It's not as sculpted as this one is by any means. but I'll put all these up as soon as they're finished. Teapots are one of the items that I make that take forever to sell. So I tend to make small batches and then wait until they're gone to make more. And right now I'm on my last 2 sets, I believe, my last 2 tea sets. But I'm making these for the competition for the Twitch Pottery Throwdown, and I can't just ever make one of anything whenever I start. I need to make multiples. So I've made 5 of these guys since I started this challenge. I'm just trying to create some movement in this spout to kind of follow the form. Bridge it together so it looks like it's all part of the same form. So I've added some movement in the connection there between the 2 pieces, and around the outside I wanted it to seem like it was following up that form. I'll probably blend this right here a little bit more, so let's see if I can push that out. Actually, it'd be, yeah, that's gonna do it. So I'm just expanding that clay through there. That's still where I want it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's exactly where I want that spout to be coming off. You can kind of see the knife comes right across the area where the lid is and hits right at the bottom of that spout, which is exactly what you want. And it's following this form nicely right now. I like how it's expanded and then cuts in. So the spout really feels like it's coming out of that section of the pot right now. Thanks, Gumby. Appreciate it. Alright, so now there's only one thing left to do. Got lid. I've got spout. So now it's time for a handle. Take this for a spin real quick. So I'm just prepping a little clay for the handle. I have to figure out the placement. I think this teapot would do well with an over the top because it's so wide. Don't really want to be holding it too far back. We could place it up close to the lid here again, but I'll have to play with it a little bit and see what I think. You went with a pistol grip. Oh, thanks so much, Sam. Appreciate it. It's just years of practice and figuring out the limits of the material. I definitely ripped a bunch apart and cut through them and did lots of things that, you know, help teach you how far you can actually push the clay before it hits its limit on breaking through, and whether or not you Bickle says, how would you describe the texture of these teapots? I like to call them lumpy, but that almost sounds rude. I like lumpy. I don't think that's rude. It's so the process is basically a series of subdivisions that are made throughout the piece. So it's done fairly evenly throughout. And because of the way that I make the forms, it starts to get this kind of really organic look to it. So it can start to look like leaves, or, you know, things like if you imagine a plant growing or whatever. But the idea is that I am just going with the flow of what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm just trying to make it so that your eye is moving across the piece and that it's holding an aesthetic throughout. I don't mind the word lumpy. I don't feel bad about it, but yeah, when they're glazed, they're gonna have a lot of I'm gonna shoot for something in like these sorts of color palettes, and I just want to snuggle it nice. Well, that's wonderful. So that I get these warm tones with a few subtle light tones, and then some really dark earthy colors kind of coming through it. So hopefully it'll really give it more of that organic kind of look. Yeah, that's the this is the flowing one. It has it's just kind of the waves. Yeah, it has more of a beehive look to it. Yeah, yeah, it's a really nice piece. And you can see how the handle finishes on the back there. Kind of wraps around to go with the form. And it has a fun kind of wobbly spiral on the lid. How the handle kind of kicks back up towards the lid. Yeah, that was so that I could get the hand closer to the center of gravity, which makes the teapot feel like it's easier to hold and use. Yeah, it could be a little vine on the beehive. Yeah. So with this handle, I'll probably do something similar, especially with like how it wraps around the base. I'm just trying to figure out what position it's going to be best in. So, I mean, your options are over the top or off to the side, right? Or Mickey Mouse ears. Yeah. You hold it like like, all right, you ready? Maybe not Mickey Mouse ears. It's like trophy handles. That's how I want my. Well, I'll do whatever you want. You tell me what you want, I'll make it for you. Hey, I'm a man. I'm here to help please. I'll do serve the customers. All right. If I were going to go over the top, I think I would go in this direction and let this wrap around. Or kind of hit the side of the spout and create some movement that way. I would actually, I would probably put a little bit of a wobble in it. So it would come up and then it would have a bit of a wobble as it came down, but I'd have to wait for it to get a little more solid because right now it's really wet. So right now, because of how wet it is, I can't really make it round or leave it squared. I have to just, I'm just kind of looking at it. So right now I'm looking at the the preview on the computer. So typically I have to step back and get a nice wide view of the piece, but I can actually get that same view using the camera. And so I'm just kind of looking at what it looks like at the moment and just kind of getting an idea of what it would look like if the handle was in that position. But I would not leave it round or squared because I don't think that it would fit the piece really well as far as how fluid the rest of it is. Yeah, I would make it like those octopus arms. The other option is something very similar to this other one, which would be having it jump up off the top here. I like this line that I could get of it moving up through. If I set it there, then it kind of creates this movement that then tracks your eye up and around it. I do kind of like that. Let's see what it looks like. Decisions. Poltergeists. It's a Pokemon. I think I'm liking. You like the top the best? It starts to have kind of that. It does also blend in from that same line, and it gives it like a almost a gourd kind of quality, like a pumpkin. It does have a nice look to it, like the vine coming off, like it grew off that vine. Yeah, that's very. I kind of like it too. Fork the tongue. Yeah, I can do that. Let me get it attached first. I'm gonna put it on like that, but first I need to get it really stuck on, and then I can play with the other end. I can actually split it in two, like you suggest, and then have both sides start to wrap around the spout, which would be pretty cool. I like weird weird ideas. How do you think I ended up with said lumpy pot? I come up with weird ideas all the time too, so no worries. I'm right here. I'm right there with you, Gumby. We live in a world that needs weirdos like you and I. It's what makes the world go round. Just joining these two pieces together now. Just gonna add some water in this area where it connects. you go. Little inspiration. Sort of looks like a snail eyes for a second there. Yeah, I still make square teapots. Those are all hand built, so I have to make those all. I don't use the wheel at all when I make those. No, they're not flattened and cut. They're actually made a lot like you take a sheet of clay and you roll it out flat, and then you cut your sections like a pattern, and then you stick them all together. It takes a lot more time, but it can look really cool. Alright, I'm gonna give it a little heat to start to set it. The sponges are wet. Sponges are fine. That's not why they get worn out. They get worn out from being used properly. This is definitely not something I do all the time, torch my sponges. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Do you do glass glaze that you torch, then stretch the pot some more, then it crackles? So OG, there's a type of expanded ware that you can make while you're throwing. So what you do is you actually paint on some sodium silicate and you kind of torch the surface, dry it out, and then you stretch it from the inside, and the piece as the piece expands, the surface cracks almost like the surface of a dry desert. And then I do that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've done some of that, and I don't think I have any. Haven't done any for a long time. We used to have a piece down here with that. I don't know where it went to, but it's been quite a while. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I used to stretch them so far that they would start to get cracks. Like the cracks would actually open up in the sides, and so it would actually kind of have some aerated soil. I'm just working on getting these bits of the tail kind of sculpted in and moving, and I like them to have some waviness in them but also be smooth to the touch. You were pressured to buy a ton of pots with that texture on them? They twisted your arm? You must buy the crackle pots. Do you sell your plants? Or was it just that someone wanted to see your plants in those pots specifically? You hoard them? That's cool. So you really were forced into it. Thank you for the follow, Lego Pupper. Ah, I see. if you want to participate in the plant shows, you have to put your plants in handmade stuffs. Got it. That's cool though. So did you get them from a local artist there in LA? Nice. Very cool. $4 plant, a $250 planter. It sounds about right. That's actually why I don't make planters very often, because if I make them, they have to be really expensive, and most people don't want to buy planters that cost more than their plants do. And unfortunately, that's kind of how it is when you want someone to make them for you. It's just going to have a cost. So yep. I think all of mine are from when they have end of the series sales. Yeah, I tend to let my work go pretty cheap when I'm trying to unload the stuff that doesn't match my new work anymore. So completely understandable. That, and a lot of potters have what we call seconds, or pieces that have minor defects, and you can typically pick those up for a cheaper price too. Alright. There's that teapot. It's a lot of work. So there's a guy that everyone pays big bucks for his stuff, and you became his friend, and you traded him lots of pots for him. Nice! In the end, you wanted to be more than friends. Yeah. I could see that happening. Every once in a while. Alright, so this one's going up on the shelf for a while. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You want this one though? Well, let's see if it turns out, and then we'll work on that. So I never sell anything until it's actually finished. So I'm not gonna. We'll tentatively put it on the. I'll tentatively put it on a hold for you, and I'm gonna go through the whole process of finishing this piece on stream. So I'll probably glaze it in a couple weeks, and then when it's finished and I post pictures of it, I'll put it on it. Put my name on the bottom. Okay, thanks. Just signed Gumby. That's a real commitment. You did get the forked tongue out of it there. I designed that one. Yep. Co-creator. All right. So it's not just the teapots that I need for this throwdown challenge. I actually need some teacups. So I'm going to try to crank out some teacups really quick. No, Gumby, I'm going to throw some teacups for a little while. He never wants to stop. Well, I feel like if I don't start getting these pieces drying soon, then I won't have time to finish them. Hello, Pineapple Avenging. How are you this evening? Hello, hello. Does that make you feel better? sorts of issues going on. All right. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Pineapple. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just made those teapots this evening. Well, they've been going on for a couple days. I made them last Thursday, and then I was finishing them this evening. Yeah. Gumby's claimed this one here. The design was theirs. Yeah, I will glaze them as well. Yep. Oh yeah, I have 3 electric kilns, and then I have a raku kiln, which is kind of an outdoor gas kiln run with propane. You just want me to smear clay on my face? 15 years. Been a little while. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it, Pineapple. It's a can be a very mesmerizing process. kind of cranking through these guys real quick. I know, gee. So I literally started streaming 3 weeks ago, and I'm still trying to figure out everything, and it's been on my to-do list for sure. I was actually looking at your page last night and earlier today to try to get some ideas on how to set it up, and I looked at some other people's. It's just trying to figure out what I want, and I already have a decent amount of branding. I just have to figure out how I want it laid out on the about page. Well, that stinks. I'll send you the link. Well, if you get it working, let me know. If not, I'll send you the link personally after the stream, and then I'll try to make sure that it's working properly afterwards. Yeah. Jesus. Old spider crickets. They won't come near you. If they're smart anyway. All right, OG. I'll fix that. I'll send you a DM after the stream, and then I'll try to make sure that it's not broken. I'm still technology is hard, right? I'm still setting up the Discord too, by the way. This is all like I've gotten all the equipment. I still have to do something about this computer as well, so it's like so many new things all at once. So it's just going to take me a little while to get it all set up. Yeah, I don't know. People kept asking me if I had one, so I figured I'd set it up. I've been using Discord for years for other things, so it wasn't too hard to just start the server, but there's just nothing really happening in it yet because there's only a few people, so I think there's like 5 or 6 people in it. Yeah. Well, since this pottery throwdown that I'm in has been organized over Discord. Yeah. Since the throwdown has been organized over Discord, I've been using it pretty regularly, and so. Yes, Discord is one of my favorite characters in that show. Twitch was hard for you too. Yeah, I guess it takes some getting used to. I actually, I got affiliate last night, and so I spent most of the evening and most of the day trying to figure out how to set up emotes. I mean, it's not hard, but oh, thanks so much. It's not hard to set up the emotes, it's just uploading the images. I just don't want to like buy them, I want to make them. So I was trying to figure out what I could, number one, what my idea was going to be, and then number two, actually creating the emotes and then trying to export them. And I just didn't have time to get them set up for this evening. So hopefully I'll have that together in a couple days too. But that was a whole can of worms on top of everything else. So it's like I'm just like constantly getting thrown new curveballs every day, and with my streams cut out on me twice in a row. So I'm like, now I'm trying to figure out what I can do about my computer. I have the schedule page up. I just need to set more days to stream. But the schedule page should show that I'm streaming 6 to 9 on Wednesday and Thursday right now. I also need to go into my website and say that I'm doing this now. Build new pages for the website. Primarily just been using social media to advertise it for the most part so far. Um, as far as my emotes, I'm not sure. I was kind of leaning towards doing something like an expressive kind of mug or something like that, like a mug that has like all sorts of different things happening with it. But there's also something that I was thinking about possibly doing, like a potter's wheel that's a little like has a face on it or something. I don't know. You got your fourth one? Nice. Don't know what to get. Yeah, so I was just trying to draw them up in on my iPad in Procreate, and then the ones that I made earlier today were a little bit too high resolution to take down, so I was reading some stuff on the internet about using a different canvas size to get them a little bit smaller so that I can draw it up and then export them in the right sizes. There's an emote resizer somewhere. Yeah, I saw something about that on probably a Reddit page or something. And the other thing that I found was that I just need to use a base canvas that's like 500 by 500, and then I can export them to smaller canvas sizes without it getting too distorted. So I'm going to try and see. Oh, nice. Thanks. Yeah, I'll check out the link. Ah! The string from my towel wrecked the mug. That's nice. That's art. Yeah, that one thread took it out. That's all it takes. So it got caught on it, and then it wrapped it around a bunch of times, and then it just cut right through it. Oh, no, it's no big deal. It was just funny. Alright, I'm gonna do 2 more to make 2 sets of these, and then I'm gonna call it after that. And then I'll have 8. I'm gonna have to do another teapot stream soon. Or teacup stream to make the funky ones for the sculpted mugs or sculpted teapots. Yeah, I have a little girl. Her name's Imogene. She's turning 8 on the 26th. Yeah, I'll let her know. She was watching your stream with me last night. I'll let you know next time that she's watching. Your kids are starting to do what you do now? Yeah. I know, it wasn't on real loud. I just was trying to show her what you were working on. And don't worry about it, she's fine. No, it was fine. She liked the fabric you were working with. Yeah, right? Alright, so here's the board of teacups that I just made. No, you're fine, Gumby. It's fine. There wasn't anything that... Yeah, these are my robot mugs. I just crank them out. I don't measure them. They all come out about the same. So I just have to let them stiffen up and I can put handles on them. Yeah, her favorite show is Psych. She loves murder mysteries. She's hilarious. All right. Well, that's all I've got in me for this evening. So thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Mud Mama is my wife, Gumby. Oh, thanks, Lisa. You and Sam have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. He's got dibs on the teapot. I'll let you know how it turns out. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna tell everyone not to look at it. It just won't be for sale. Well, I'm gonna send you that Discord link, Gumby, after the stream, and then I'll fix it on my end and make sure that it's not broken for next stream. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna fix it. Oh, you have a good night too. I'll see you next time. Alright, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next stream.